ACCUSTATS Video Productions proudly presents MPBA World Class 9-Ball. My name is Bill Incardona, and our special guest for this feature match of the evening is Dan DiLiberto. Dan DiLiberto being one of the more insightful players in the world today. It's really a privilege and a pleasure to work with you here for this match, Dan.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
The two players slated to play this match are young Johnny Archer, a player that's just been playing on the tour now for just several years, 2 or 3 years, I would believe. But the other fellow, Jim Fusco, both of us know him extremely well. Who do you feel might be a favorite in this particular match, Danny?
Well, I would say Archer is, because he has been going to every tournament, and this may be the second one this year that Fusco showed up at. That's big. That's big. I don't think, even though he's older and more experienced, in this case, you might consider Archer more experienced in recent play.
Well, that's a very good assessment of possibly why you picked Johnny Archer to win this match. And another valid reason why Johnny might be the favorite in the match, as we all witnessed, is his tremendous break. He's broken the balls, pocketing 4 balls on the break. You just played a match with Steve Miserak, Danny. You broke the balls 5 times and only pocketed 1 ball in the 5 breaks. And it's hard to win when you do that.
It's hard to win against good players, for sure. Now, these are both good players, and Archer definitely has the edge in the break. And it's amazing how hard he hits them, because he's not a big, bulky man. Again, we're going to talk about that. He's just a kind of slender guy. Don't look very strong, but he really whacks those balls. And it's probably 85% of this game of 9-ball, a good break.
It certainly is. The break creates a lot of opportunities, and that's what you need playing 9 balls, opportunities.
It gets you in rhythm. You can string games. You run a rack, you break, you get another shot, you run that rack. It's a rhythm kind of game, and if you're running a rack and breaking them and then watching the other guy run 3, you're never going to get in rhythm.
And you're never going to get 11 beads on your side.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Well, Johnny Archer just broke the balls, pocketing 4 balls on the break. And now he, in fact, instead of playing 9-ball, he's playing 5-ball. He just cut the 4 in the side pocket, carrying him into the 9. Now the 9 rested on that long rail close to the side pocket. And now that's creates some sort of a problem for Johnny here.
Well, I really, on these tables here, this particular table, he can play the 9 up the corner here, and it happens to hug the rail on that side. So if he shoots the right speed, it'd be awful tough to miss this 9. And the speed here would be easy to get the roll to just take it along the rail right into the pocket.
Oh, he has to be a little careful on that point on the side pocket that might be sticking out a little bit. I think that might be one of the only problems he has to deal with in this particular shot. He struck the ball perfectly, and in doing so, capturing game number 1, taking a 1-0 lead in the match. Johnny Archer has been playing, I guess, now about 2.5 years on the tour. He's beaten some really magnificent players, and a lot of the players really admire the way this young man plays. He actually has a lot of experience considering how young he is.
Yeah, he sure does. You could call him a 20-year-old veteran.
A 20-year-old veteran, that's very well put.
In fact, on the tour right now, he's ranked 8.
He's 20 years old. He's ranked number 8 in the world. Well, he is certainly what you just mentioned. He is a veteran at 20 years old.
No, he is. He's going to be around a long time. Give some people a lot of torture.
Nick Varner shares that same opinion with you, Danny. Nick feels that he's going to be a very, very, very tough competitor for a long time to come, and he's going to do extremely well on the tour.
Well, once again, he broke him, made a ball on the break, but this time the two got between the 1 and the cue ball, and he had to push out.
Okay, when you like to push out on the break, you're at a disadvantage. And now Jimmy Fusco's at the table with an option to either accept the shot that Johnny pushed out for, or give it back to Johnny Archer?
The reason you're at a disadvantage when you push is you are definitely pushing it to play a safe off. And Jimmy decided to let him shoot this one. Might be the right choice. I don't know if Archer put it in a very conducive place for playing safe.
Well, it certainly isn't very easy to play safe or not play safe.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's...
He did the other thing. He shot it
He
right
just,
in
he
the
just
pocket
shot it in, right.
and got perfect.
And we'll notice where the cue ball is. If he would have missed that ball, Danny, notice where the cue ball.
Yeah, if he missed it, he would have snookered Fusco. But meanwhile, he made a great shot because he could have snookered himself making the ball. But he fell perfect.
How are your batteries? How are your batteries?
Okay, now it looks like little Johnny is... I call him Little Johnny. He's
Right.
like 6 foot, you know.
Yeah, Little
He
Johnny
breaks him and makes
because
8
he's
balls
young.
on the break. I call him Little Johnny, right?
Everybody
Anyways,
younger than
young
us.
Johnny, I should say.
He got a little tricky here.
Yes, he
He didn't get
did.
great position. He's got to do something here. Yeah, it was
Well,
tough.
he had to do something, and in trying to do that, he missed the 6 ball. Now we're going to have an opportunity to see Jimmy Fusco at the table for the first time. In the middle 70s, Danny, Jimmy was a very, very strong player. He doesn't play in very many events. He may play in maybe 1, possibly 2 events a year. I think more like 1. And this is the first event he's played in this year, I believe. A major event.
He could have. This is like his first chance to win a game here, and it could have stopped a little easier because.
Looks like he scratched there, Danny.
Yeah,
He hit the 6 ball very well. Unfortunately, scratching 2 rails cross side. It's
he
kinda
was in a
tough.
tough spot.
It
to
was a
get
tough
started.
spot.
You know, when you get up your first inning in a match, you would like to have a little easier layout. You know, especially with only 4 balls on the table. You know, if he fell on the 7, it was over. But it was tough.
And Johnny Archer again has another opportunity, and if he wins this game, he'll take a 2-0 lead in the match.
Yeah, I don't see anything stopping him. He's got a perfect angle on the 7 to get to the 8, and he should have a perfect angle from the 8 to the 9.
And it looks like he's getting a little straight on this ball. Now, what do you do here if you're young Johnny? Excuse me, if you're Johnny Archer, do you draw it back with a powerful stroke? He does have a strong
No, I don't
stroke.
think he'll do. I think he'll just hit rail first, cinch the 8, and he should be close enough to the 9. Yeah, it's not a very tough shot because the 8 is close to the pocket, and plus he can shoot it soft. That gives you a little bigger pocket.
Oh, that's exactly what he did do,
And he got
Danny.
perfect.
And in doing so, he's achieved excellent position on the 9, pocketing the 9 and taking the second game of the match, extending his lead over Jim Fusco 2-0. You know, it's so difficult to win that first game, as you well know.
Yeah,
as
no
you
kidding.
well know.
No kidding.
And Jimmy's probably having some of the thoughts right now that you had when you were playing Steve a short while ago, you know. He had an opportunity in that second game, scratching 2 rails cross side. Now he finds himself trailing in the match 2-0. He can't afford to let this match slip away from him in the early stages.
And Archer has the break again, too. That's the bad part.
And he has his break, which is an extremely powerful one.
Made the 8.
Made the 8.
I don't know. He's not going to have a gimme on the 1 for sure.
Nope, but he did pocket a ball on the break.
He actually made, what ball did he make? He made the 8 ball. He don't really have a shot here.
No, he certainly doesn't.
He's thinking about either pushing out or playing it safe right here.
Yeah, I would possibly play it safe right here, opposed to push out. I might play a 4-rail safe on the 1 ball and try to follow the cue ball down the table, providing the angle's there. But I don't know if he has that type of an angle. He's looking to cut the 1 in the corner pocket.
Yeah, well, that's his style anyway. He's an aggressive young player. You know, he hasn't been burnt enough yet. You know.
But there was some merit to the shot, leaving Jim Fusco distance if he missed the ball, which he did. And possibly he could even have hooked Jimmy Fusco on the shot.
Yeah, that was the logic there. If you miss the 1, wherever it stops, it don't have to be in a good spot to get position for the 2, for instance.
Exactly right, and that's exactly what happened. It wasn't in a good position to achieve position on the 2, and Jim Fusco is looking at a shot where he has to go indirect and kick at the 2. He kicked at it very tentatively. He didn't really
Weak
strike
try.
it. Very weak. Yeah, yeah. He's that type of a player, though. You know, he really doesn't play with a lot of killer. He's like, you know, kind of a meek type of a guy.
Yeah, well, that's not saying he don't have heart, but he just doesn't look real ferocious at the. He looks like he does everything lackadaisically.
And once again, John Archer has another opportunity, leading in the match 2-0 at the table with an excellent opportunity to extend his lead. The balls seem to be located on the table fairly easy, Danny. The 5's located in the front of the side pocket, but that's the 4 he's shooting at now.
Yeah, 7 to the 9 is not automatic, but the position of the other balls, he can get a good angle on the 7. Whenever you have easy layout like this, there's no reason not to fall on your final ball just right. It's when you have to start with some kind of tough shot that you may not get in line.
Okay, now he looks like he has to stretch a little bit. He's about 6'2", and he looks like he has to stretch possibly. Yeah, he's down there, he's stretching. And when you're stretching, you lose a little bit of the feel of the shot and perhaps sometimes a little bit of the accuracy. And it looks like he's gotten himself a little bit out of line on this shot here. It looks like he's going to have to follow this ball 2 rails, Danny.
Yeah, this is called falling on the wrong side of the ball. Falling on the right side of the ball means all you have to do is pocket the ball and the cue ball automatically goes to the next ball. But in this spot, he fell on the wrong side of the ball and he has to do something extra.
That's a very good assessment of exactly what did happen. He is definitely on the wrong side of the ball. And on the wrong side of the ball, you usually can tell when you're on the wrong side of the ball when the cue ball has to travel more of a distance.
He's going to try to make the 7 and go 2 rails off the short end rail.
And in doing so, missing the 7, you know, the shot now becomes a little tougher when you have to do stuff like that.
Right, and all the little extras you have to do, the ball's tougher to pocket. You couldn't cinch the ball and fall on the next ball. But meanwhile, he left Jimmy the same shot,
just
but
about
further away.
That's exactly right.
So that means Jimmy has a little bit tougher time. But meanwhile, at this point, getting a chance, he can really get in the game here if he makes a spectacular shot.
Oh, he hit it perfectly. Now, does he have the speed, Danny?
Yes, he does. He might have too much speed.
Too much speed. No, that certainly was an injustice right there, Danny.
Terrible. He made a great shot on the 7, went 2 rails, but he's going to go down swinging for sure. He looks like he's trying to cut this up the far corner.
He's hit it short. He's hit it short.
He didn't cut it.
Yes, that certainly was an injustice. He made a terrific shot on the 7 ball. He hit it with excellent speed, only to find himself landing in back of the 9, which was extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, and this is what usually happens after you miss. The other guy has an easy shot.
Well, Mr. Young Johnny Archer had an opportunity to take the 3rd game of the match, extend his lead 3-0,
Okay.
but instead he missed pocketing the 9. Now all of a sudden the match seems to be relatively close at 2-1.
Well, Archer made a fundamental error. He did not stay down on that ball, and he jumped up way too soon, and it's like shooting at a moving target, and he missed the 9 therefore.
That has to do with execution, what Danny had just mentioned. You know, there are ways to improve your execution, and that's one of them. If you stay solid at the table and make sure you keep down when you shoot balls, stay down on the ball, your pocketing percentage will go way up.
You get a better view of the target.
Like people occasionally they ask me, how can I improve my execution by listening to these tapes?
That's exactly right.
You know, you can improve your execution by doing exactly what Danny DiLiberto suggested. It's fundamentals, that's all. Stay down on the ball. Your execution will improve.
Yeah, and the way you do that is to not move until you see the cue ball hit the object ball. You get a real good picture of your target, and it's tough to miss a shot that Archer just missed. Well, Jimmy tried to play it safe, and he didn't hit anything with the 1. He was trying to cut the 1 into the 5 and 6, and it went right through everything and left Johnny a fairly easy shot, but the position's not easy. Yeah. Now, for sure, he didn't fall on this ball real well.
Now the 2's located on the other end of the table. He's shooting at the 3's down this end of the table. He elected to play safe behind the 5 and 6. Very wisely doing so.
He put Jimmy right in jail here.
But Jimmy does have parole here. It looks like he can hit the 2 ball here. He does have a rail to hit the 2 ball with.
Yeah, he does. But this is so tough an angle to figure out.
These rails slide quite a bit with this particular type of an angle. He has to be very careful he doesn't go below the 2 ball here. Well, he hit it very well. You know, if he hits the point here, he might get a little lucky, Danny. No, he didn't get lucky.
No, he didn't.
Just left Johnny a shot on the 2 ball. But the problem is not making the 2, Danny. You well know the problem right here is getting position on the 3.
Yeah, he's going to try to...
The 8 ball might be an
rails.
obstacle here.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. He's going 2 rails, but here's the thing about this kind of distance. You may not fall onto the right line. You need to go from the 3
to the 5. No,
again, you know, and that's distance does that. It's
considering
so tougher to judge speed when you have to travel 2 rails to the next ball, and you know, it's almost like wherever it stops, you're going to shoot. He went rail first.
Well, he elected to play the shot rail first, which wasn't totally wrong, but the results appear to have made it totally wrong.
Well, he didn't have the right speed on the shot, and he also jumped up again. He did not stay down in the ball again.
Yes, he's jumped up on the ball now twice. That's a very good observation of exactly why he missed that ball. Now watch this cue ball here. Safely.
He looks like he's all right now. He can go 1 rail underneath the 6 and shoot the 6 in the pocket that he's bridging near. He missed the ball. Missed the ball. I'll tell you something. You have to get out against good players in that kind of situation. I mean, he was terrible there. I can't believe that. There was nothing to do but make the ball, and he didn't even come close. Yeah, Jimmy's having a little concentration problem, and that's probably due to not playing in many of these events.
Well, he made a very nice shot there, Danny. I don't know if he's going to get a shot here. I don't believe he is.
No, he's going to be froze on the 6. Close to it.
Yeah, and now he has a fairly tough safety unless he can hit that bottom short rail. It doesn't appear that he can.
Yeah, he could. He can cut the 6.
It doesn't appear that he can.
6 and hit that end rail.
Well, if he can, then that's certainly the shot.
That's what he's looking at anyway. He would have to hit it awful thin.
He has to avoid the 9. He has to avoid the 9 and also the point there. Okay,
he did fine.
He avoided the 9 and the point, but he still left Jimmy a bank on the 6. Now this is a pretty good shot. You know, I mean, it's not a very difficult bank. There's a possibility
he may be able to duck.
Yeah, there's a possibility even if he misses the bank that he'll either safe Johnny or leave him a long difficult shot.
You know, that's, by the way, duck means exactly that, to shoot the ball, and at the same time you have position for the next ball, and the your opponent won't have it if you miss it. He's looking at it. It's a difficult shot to execute because if the cue ball gets lost a little bit, you're going to sell out. He might be going all out and heck with the safe.
I don't like the way he hit that ball. He rolled
he
it
went
kind
all
of
out
like.
and he didn't care about any safe. They didn't stop for a gimme for sure.
Especially the way he's been jumping. If he
Right.
jumps again, I think he's going to continue having the same problem of missing the ball.
Well, in this spot, he just has to make the ball, and the cue ball will stop somewhere. All right.
Okay, now that's another missed ball by
And another jump
Johnny.
up. People out there just watch what a pro is doing wrong, and it'll help your game. He jumped up like 3 straight innings now. Well, unbelievably enough, this match could be all tied up with kind of bad playing. Oh, he missed that one too, maybe.
No, he's missed that one also. He's missed some relatively easy shots, Danny. I don't have any excuse for Jim.
No, it's
He's
just
missed a 5 ball in the corner pocket. He's missed a 9 ball in the corner pocket. He banked a 6 ball very tentatively. He just he doesn't seem like he's really geared for this match.
No, he's not.
Doesn't seem like he really has the desire to win this match. He's like in a no-win mode right now.
Well, he's sure getting opportunities to. This ball might go right in the pocket here. I wouldn't rack him yet.
Well, some
They're just
really
playing there.
unforeseen things have happened here.
Well, that's not an accident there. I mean, you know you're going on a path towards a pocket. Shoot it soft so it'll never reach the pocket. He's just not playing good. Either one of them are playing good.
Okay, finally, game number 4 does come to a conclusion. And at the end of game number 4, the score now is 2 games apiece.
Jimmy should be very happy to be in this match. He could very well be. Either one of them could be losing 4-0.
You know, after you just got down losing a match to one of the world's greatest players, Steve Mizrak, then you come up here and you witness the type of play up to this point.
Right.
You say to yourself, why couldn't I have drawn one of these 2 guys? You know, even with
Well,
the unfortunate rolls that happened to me early in the match, I probably still would have been ahead.
Yeah, I would have been.
You know.
I would have been tickled to get this many opportunities. Well, they got more opportunities in 4 games than I got in 8. But that's beside the point. It happens in my favor sometimes.
Well, that's a very good way of looking at it, and that's the only way you really can look at it to be able to deal with it the right way. Now, Jimmy has broken the balls again now, and this time he didn't pocket a ball on the break. The match is tied up at 2 games apiece. This is game number 5. Neither player seems to be playing very well. I mean, they're kind of tight right now, but of course that's understandable.
He played it safe, but he let the one out. So you know, he don't have a shot to run out. It's not an easy layout for him. But anytime you're trying to snooker a guy and you let him see the ball, it's not a plus. Jimmy fanned this ball.
I think he's going to get lucky running to the 4 here and saving Johnny. Or he may not have, but it looks like
I think
it.
he left him a field goal here,
Yeah.
right between the balls.
I want to bring this to your attention, Danny. On the very next table, Mike Siegel is winning that match 10 games to 8 with his opponent. What is his opponent? Who's he playing there, Danny?
Keown.
10 games to 8 with Keown shooting the 8. And if he runs the next 2 balls, this is going to be a pretty tight match.
Yeah, Siegel was way up on that table. He's given this guy opportunities the last 5 games.
Okay, now the 2 balls, the ball Johnny's looking at now to see if it'll bypass the 4, pass the 4 into the side pocket.
I believe it does, but
Position.
he don't have a great angle to get to the 3. If he does, the game should be over. He might even be playing for a combination on the 9.
Yeah, well, he would run into the 6 if he was playing for the 3 in this pocket. So
Yeah,
he tried to cheat the pocket line a little bit to get position, and he didn't make the ball. It looks like that Jimmy has a shot in the 2 on the side. Does he have an option to follow up and play the 3, or does he have the only shot of just making the 2 on the side and drawing back for the combination?
I think he has to draw back. I don't think he has the angle to go forward. He can draw back and have the same shot Archer just had.
A little bit too hard, I would think.
He got funny on it. He got funny on it.
I think he must play the cue ball here now. I think he has to hit this ball hard enough to go up table with the cue ball, maybe get him behind the 4-8, which he did. But he pocketed the 9 on the shot, which is a very nice shot. And now all of a sudden he takes the lead of the match at 3-2 after trailing 2-0.
That's amazing, but maybe he'll get going now. You know, it looked like he had a little more confidence that rack. You know, he did get out of line on the 3, but he wasn't ducking. He just went for the money and made it.
Jimmy seems to be breaking the balls pretty good, Danny. He's hit the balls twice now. He's broken them very hard both times. He does have a very good break, matter of fact.
He made a ball and almost made
a couple of them. He made 3 of them, I believe. Made 3 balls.
But he doesn't have a shot on the 1.
No, he doesn't have.
He might be able to see the edge of the 1.
I think he can see the edge of the 1, but I don't think he can do much with it.
He can play safe. He can. I'll tell you what he can do here. He can cut the 1 and bank it crossways and let the cue ball go on the 9. The 9's near that pocket. I think he's going to try just that.
I think if he hits it that way, the 1's going to go into the 2.
Yeah, he had that in mind. He didn't
execute it exactly the way he should have. It looks like Johnny's got a very difficult shot. It looks like the 2 ball is blocking a little bit of the pocket here, creating more of a difficult shot for him.
Yeah. Well, anytime you have this much distance, there's no such thing as an easy layout.
And that's for sure.
But he fired it right by the 2.
And we've heard it go in the pocket. I really can't see. There was someone standing in front of me as he shot the shot. He pocketed the 1 ball past the 2. It appears.
If he falls on the 5 here, this game's over.
Uh-oh. Now watch this cue ball, Danny. Watch it.
Yeah. He got straight in, but he can just come straight back, and hopefully he'll get an angle on the 6. You know, if he draws straight back and gets straight on the 6, he'll be nowhere again. Because the 7 is down here. You always need some kind of angle to get to the next ball. Yeah, I think he'll go 2 rails to the 7 here. It's just what he did. He went 2 rails to the 7.
Well, okay, that's the end of game number 6, Danny, and it looks like this match is tied up once again, this time at 3 games apiece. It looks like Johnny breaks the balls a little bit better than Jimmy. Well, I think they're both playing about the equally as well as each other, but
or equally as bad.
Yes, or you might say that.
Jimmy made a few balls on the break that time.
I heard a few balls go in there, at least one.
One too.
Okay, well, he fouled on the break. That sounds like action on the very next table with the match 10-9 in favor of Mike Sigel and Keon at the table.
I think Jimmy's going to have a billiard on the 9 here. Yeah, I think he's going to have a billiard on the 9.
Yeah, I believe he does, and he likes this type of a shot.
If he has the right speed, he don't sell out the 1. Yeah, he didn't line that one up. I thought he should have moved the ball more to the right, and then he wouldn't have had to hit the 1 so thin. Where he put the cue ball, he had to make a real thin hit on the 1 to pocket that 9. Yeah, he made a judgment mistake there.
These rails look like, or at least appear that they're very bouncy right now.
They're starting to bounce now.
Very bouncy
Earlier
right
match, they were drier and they weren't bouncing. They were dying off the rail. Now they're starting to bounce. Dampness causes that, and all these bodies sweating and putting heat on the room here will do that.
But Jimmy made a nice billiard on the 2-ball. One ball went all the way around the table, rested near the bottom rail,
That's
giving him a fairly easy shot on the 1. I don't know what kind of an angle he has. I really can't see from my angle.
I call that position while you wait.
Position while you wait.
Yeah, because the cue ball stopped moving way before his next ball did. I think Jimmy's getting in gear here.
Yeah, he
He's
made a
loosened
fairly
up.
nice shot there.
He's loosened up. Either that or he sees that Archer's not going to do much to him, and he's going to take the initiative here.
I think he's going to drop right on the other rail, playing the 5 in the same pocket as
It's
the 4.
hard.
And
It's
watch the
gonna
cue ball.
bounce.
Watch the cue ball. Oh, okay,
Oh,
it
it
didn't
died
bounce
that
that much.
time. Oh, he's fine here. Yeah, the 8 and 9 are tied up, but I think he has a billiard. I think he can billiard the 8 and make the 9. But to do that, he has to fall close to that rail where the 6 is now. So he got on the 50-yard line on the 7. That means he didn't get to the side or the corner.
And by doing so, creating a much more difficult shot for position.
Well, he's
And,
a
you know,
great
you
banker.
You know, you have to lay fairly decent on the billiard in order to make it.
Yeah, he's a great banker. I think he's going to just bank this cross side and fall on that rail where the 8 and 9 are, anywhere near it. I don't think he's going to play safe here. I think he's going to swing at the money.
He can bank this cross corner, cross side, or cut it in, one of the 3. All depends on what he feels best.
He's looking at cutting it too.
Yeah, he can either cut it in the corner, or cross side, or cross corner. He's cutting it in, it looks like.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's tough to control the cue ball there because you're hitting the 7 so thin that the speed to go back and forth and stop just right. Not easy. Not easy.
I like the way he strokes. Come on, let's get it back.
He played safe. I was
Oh,
wrong.
Good shot. Maybe that was the best choice considering the lie.
Yeah.
Considering
looks like
the
it was
results, for
best
sure.
shot. Yeah. Sure.
It didn't appear that he really had too good of a shot, regardless of what offensive option he
I remember one time
chose.
when I was a young player coming up, and I did a shot similar to this. I asked one of the old-time pool players, did I shoot the right shot? And he said, did you win the game? I said, yeah. He says, well, then you shot the right shot.
Well, that seems to be very well said, and I guess if Jimmy Fusco wins this game, he looks like he did make the right decision and shot the right shot.
He's got Archer in
He's
little
in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble.
Archer has to do something spectacular here to pull this game out.
He
I don't know what
doesn't-
he's looking at. He looks like he's banking at the
Into
9.
the 9, yeah.
I don't recommend this shot.
No, but what shot would you recommend? I don't think
Well, I
there's
don't
too many
know.
shots available.
Yeah. He's firing at the 9.
And he struck it very well,
Yeah.
but the shot was quite difficult.
Yeah.
He controlled the cue ball, which was a plus.
Yeah, but he left a pretty easy billiard here.
And on the very next table, Mr. Keon's running out on Mike Siegel, and if he runs the balls on the table, he'll tie that match up at 10 games apiece.
I think Jimmy has a pretty good billiard here. Just cut the 7 thin. He might be even looking at the combination. I like the billiard because you can leave the cue ball near a rail. He did.
Well, he struck it absolutely
Perfect.
perfectly, and winning game number 7, he takes a 4-3 lead in the match.
Yeah, the thing about the billiard versus the combination on that shot, if you cut the 7 into the 9, you don't make it. Chances are you're going to leave your opponent a shot on the 9. But playing the billiard, the 7's going to bank way upstream like it did. And in case you miss it, the guy still has a tough shot.
No, that's an excellent observation, and I'm certainly sure that's very noteworthy for the viewers out there. Okay, Jimmy, you're leading in the match 4 games to 3. You have an opportunity to break the balls. You hit the ball square, as you did. You hit the balls fairly square. Did you pocket a ball on the break?
No.
No, didn't pocket a ball on the break.
All he did that time is make noise.
He just made a little noise. Not pocketing a ball on the break.
Yeah, he didn't hit those as solid or hard as he's been hitting them.
Seems to me, Danny, all Johnny has to do is pocket the 1. The position on the 2 is natural. The 2 lights on the right-hand corner pocket next to the 8. The 4 ball is the ball next to the 1. But Johnny, it seems, it's really not playing that well right now.
Johnny is playing kind of one of the worst matches I've seen him play in 2.5 years. He played better matches than this, the first tournament he played in. Maybe he's playing too many. Maybe he ought to take a break and skip 1 or 2.
Mike Siegel shooting the 8 on the next table. Difficult shot. Pocketing at the 8, coming across table, running into the 9, and he's left himself an extremely, possibly unmakeable shot on the 9. He's leading in the match 10 games to 9. Now Jimmy Fusco is looking at the shot on table number 6. Excuse me, 7, the table we're doing now. Pocketing the billiard on the 8, leaving himself a very difficult shot on the 2. Right, now Mike Siegel played safe and missed the 9 in the side pocket, but actually played safe and the 9 hit the point. If this young Keon makes the 9 ball, that match will be tied up at 10 games apiece, and that's why I'm keeping you people, informed on that particular match. Now Jimmy shot the 2 down the corner. He undercut the ball.
He's not seen that particular angle there because that's about the 3rd one he hit similarly. He didn't cut any of them. He's just hitting them where he thinks he's supposed to, but it's not the right spot. He's just undercover cutting them all.
He has the old eyes, Danny.
Yeah.
Okay, Keon missed the 9. It appears that the 9 is going to rest in front of the side pocket. Mike Siegel is going to win that match 11 games to 9 of Keon. But the fans do appreciate it here in Memphis, Tennessee. The young fella did make a very, very good showing of himself, and staying this close to Mike Siegel could have been 10-10.
Well, Jimmy made a kick and hit the 2, but he left Johnny an opportunity to hit the 2. He doesn't have any easy shot, which he overcut.
Johnny has missed a lot of balls in this match. He's already missed 2 balls in this particular game. But he's only trailing 3 games to 4.
Boy, I wish I could play that bad and only be down 1 game sometime. It seems like when I'm in a match like this, if I play bad, I'm losing 8-0 right away. It's great. Great opportunity for Jimmy to pull a win out here. Yeah. Johnny Archer's usually a little tougher than this.
Jimmy is really struggling out there. He's on the wrong side of the ball about 65% of the time.
You know, earlier we defined the wrong or right side of the ball. The right side of the ball is when you just have to make the object ball and you're automatically there. He's going to get either in the pocket or straight in.
He's going to go, well, he's stopped just in time.
Stopped in time to not give the guy ball in hand, but he has something to do here. I think he has an angle. He's going to go 1 rail to the 9. He did. Yeah.
Remarkable. It looks like game number 8 is going to come to an end here, Danny. And if Jimmy pockets the 9 on the side, he'll take a 5-3 lead in the match.
Yeah.
Well, he does take a 5-3 lead in this particular match.
Well, after all the build-up I gave Archer, he's laying a complete egg out there.
Spectators, we do need you to clear the corner in there, inside the ropes, but you do need that area cleared. There's still action in progress. We need you to take seats, or we have to exit for a minute. We'll start another session, immediately following the 10 o'clock at 11:30.
No, I never got back when I went over a while ago. I'll wait on her.
All right, now Jimmy Fusco is leading in the match 5-3. He's broken the balls. I know he's pocketed at least 1 ball on the break, possibly more. He's pocketed 1 ball on the break. It doesn't appear that he has a shot. He's letting the cue ball now go forward off the break, and that's not really a good sign. The cue ball must back up off the break if you want to run wrecks. Because the 1 ball usually goes up the table. If the 1 ball goes up the table and you find the cue ball coming down toward the end rail, you don't figure to get a shot on the 1 very often.
Jimmy's pushing out. I don't understand this one. He pushed out to a kick. I think he's going to try to go 2 rails under the 1, and if he executes this properly, the cue ball won't go anywhere, and the 1 will. But I don't agree with this push out here. This was a bad idea.
I was occupied doing something, Danny. You mean Jimmy pushed out to this particular spot on the table?
Yeah, he pushed out here. This is where he put himself, and Archer said, shoot again.
Well, he has hit this ball perfectly in back of the 1 to achieve anything that's going to be in
He's got to
favor.
miss the 1 going in, and he didn't.
Oh.
He got away with it. I mean, he got away with it. He didn't sell out the 1, but he left the shot, which is...
well, he got away with it with little consequence at this time. Now, that remains to be seen whether he got away with it.
Right. He got away with it because he didn't leave a shot in the 1, but he did leave a pretty easy safe. Let's see what he does. He's got to spin 2 rails, try to get behind the 2 and 8 and all those.
He may have left him a little keyhole, Danny.
I don't think so. I don't think so. He might come with a little bit of a hop. No, he's shooting at it like he sees it. Nah. He got up and rushed it. I think he should have looked at it a little more. He did have a shot.
Okay, now once again, Danny, Johnny has another opportunity. He's
It's not a good one, though. I mean, the 2's sitting tough. Well, he might have to play the combination 2-7, and if he keeps the 2 near the side pocket, the position to the 3 will be easy. But he's got a little angle.
It appears that the 2 is going to come down table from this angle.
Right, either that or the cue ball is going to come down table.
Well,
the 2 went by, but he still didn't get there.
Well, can you notice how far out of line he is? He actually is about 5 feet out of line.
Yeah, I don't know
and that's a strong indication that he's totally confused with the conditions out there. Totally.
But I think the 3 goes inside off the 7 here. What's he doing? Banking the 3? He might be banking it cross side. That's what he did. And he got rewarded too. Because now he's got the 4 and then he's got a 5-9 combination. He got rewarded for that bank. A little bit of chance was in his favor there.
Well, he made the combination, Danny, and he cuts into this lead at Jimmy Fusco at 5-3. Now only trails at 5-4.
Yeah.
Ready to begin our match on table number 9. Mr. Danny Cook and Mr. Mark Wilson. A nice hand for those fine 2 players.
Johnny made the 4 and he's got a shot on the 1, I believe.
Yeah, John, how many balls did Johnny make on the break that time?
Made 2.
2 balls that time.
Big 2 balls.
Well, he's broken the balls now 4 times, pocketing 8 balls in those 4 breaks. Pretty good percentage. How'd you like to carry that break around with you for a while?
Well, I've been saying it for 25 years. If I broke the balls well, I'd win half of the tournaments. And I'm confident that. But that's how big the break is, whether it's fact or not. The break is big. He's got a shot on the 1 to play safe. He just stuck his cue ball and left Jimmy smack behind the 5. Jimmy's going to have to do something to hit this. I think he's looking at it wrong. He's going to have to shoot the other end rail and go 1 rail at the 1. That looks like the not only the best chance, might be the only one to hit the 1. Well, he better hit this, because the way they're sitting, this game is over. If he don't hit this 1, I mean, it might be over if he hits it, but if he don't, it's over for sure. He missed it and scratched. Yeah, I don't see anything stopping young John from getting out here.
Well, he has ball in hand, and that's certainly an excellent way to start.
Yeah, it is.
Now, the ball hanging in the pocket, where is that ball down there?
The 2 ball.
The 2 ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
They're
might
all
play the... I don't know if I want to play the 1 into the 2. I guess he made the right decision there.
Yeah,
And
that was an
located from the
either-or
side.
situation.
Yeah.
Either one is a good percentage.
5 located in front of the side. The
Right.
7 and the 8 are in the center of the table.
Everything's out in
located.
the middle. He's supposed to be out here, but of course he's been struggling, so maybe it don't look as easy to him as it does to us.
And if you can call getting on the wrong side of the 3, this would be that side.
Yeah, but it's not a major wrong
No,
side.
but if
just
you- if you
because
can-
of the 5. If the 5
Right.
were sitting in a more difficult position, he may have got on the wrong side of the 3.
What he wanted to do is really get about straight in on the 3, and he's got that bad angle on it now. Let's see what he does. See, now he's going around the 9. All these little things. Now watch the 8.
You're right.
And watch the 8. Now that's getting on the wrong side. It didn't appear that major, but the table's playing so difficult. Things like that happen, you know.
Well, like I said, he's struggling, and an easy layout from here doesn't look easy to him. He just hit the ball a little bit too hard, and now he is snookered.
And he hasn't played very well in the match. He knows it.
Yeah,
But
he's struggling.
he doesn't seem very despondent. He seems like he's handling it well. He understands the table is very difficult right now, but I'm sure that he'll get himself together before the match is over. Maybe in time even to win it. But yet he's only trailing by 1 game, 5-4. All right, he attempted to kick at the 5 ball unsuccessfully. Now Jimmy has ball in hand. Now, I believe we can safely say that he should run these balls.
Yeah, he's got an easy layout here, but he got the wrong
On the
hand
wrong
seven.
side of the ball.
Again, yeah, if he gets straight in on the 7, it's just stick, stick, stick.
Yeah.
Now he's got to float around a little bit.
Well, it appeared like he had to do a little more than that, but obviously...
Well, when the balls
he
are
handled it
sitting
quite
out
well.
in the open like that, it's really tough to get out of position. But even at this, he's going to do something with the cue ball. He had to go 3 rails, but he fell on the 9 real well.
And now Jimmy Fusco, if he pockets the 9, will extend his lead in the match at 6-4. Now this will be the first time in the match that Jimmy Fusco has a 2-game lead. And early in the match, Johnny Archer had a 2-game lead at 2-0. Now Jimmy Fusco has a 2-game lead at 6-4, but now it's a little later in the match. The leads become a little more valuable the later in the match it is. There's the 3 ball. Looks like he's
And
going to
the
and the 7. Now what's
And a
going to happen
shot
to the
on
2?
1.
Yeah, but where the 2 rested, it appears like he's going to have a problem here. Like he
Yes.
could draw it to the long rail, cut the 1 in the corner, draw it to the long rail with a little left-hand
Yeah.
English, and get on over on the 2.
I don't like it on this table.
You have to do it. There's no other shot.
I know he does.
There's no other shot. No other shot.
That's what he's trying to do. He's going to draw to that rail, a little left-hand English, and go 2 rails to the 2, and he hit it perfect.
Okay, now he's going to get that bounce.
Right.
There's
He
that
hit it all
bounce.
right. Yeah, but he's
He's okay. He's okay.
He's right. Of course, we say he's okay.
But, you know, he's got a thin cut on the 2. The 2 ball is going to jump again on him. And where it lands, no one knows.
You're right. And you can't go into the 6 because you can rearrange everything to your disadvantage. So he played safe.
Oh, and not a very good one
Not
either.
a good one.
Not a very good one.
He sold out the 2, I believe.
And that's just so frustrating, you know. I mean, that's like a very easy safety, you know, very elementary to play a safety like that. And
a major
mistake. Not to execute it, the safety of that nature is extremely.
Oh yeah, he could have saved him so easily.
You know, this looks like it's going to be a 2-game swing here, providing Johnny Archer runs out.
It'll be, yeah, right. Jimmy would have won, and instead Archer gets a win.
Yeah,
but the way they're struggling, I wouldn't give Archer this game yet.
It's very frustrating for Jimmy not to execute that safety, especially the way he did execute it. It seems like just giving his opponent the game. And young Johnny Archer looks like has appeared at one more time to have gotten a little difficult on the 5. He's again on the wrong side of the ball.
Not only that, it's not an easy shot.
No, it's not. He seems to have a tendency to fall on the wrong side of the ball. You know, you look at a shot, you know which side of the ball you should favor, and I don't think he's considered that very much.
Try to make the 5 and twirl to the left for the 6 and the side.
No, watch the cue ball. It's gonna.
It's bounced.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I think he's fine now. Well, this has been a bit of a seesaw here. One guy looks like he's going to lock the game up, and then there's a mistake, and the other guy's back in the game again. Now it's 6-5. At this stage, I don't really have an opinion who's going to win the game. Do you, Billy? I mean, who's going to win this match?
Well, at the end of game number 11, Jim Fusco is ahead 6-5, so I have to make him a 6-5 favorite. Sounds reasonable?
And you can back it up and say Archer needs 6 games to win, and the other guy needs 5, so it's still 6-5.
Exactly right.
They both need the other guy's score to win the match. This might be a perfect 6-5 match from here.
Johnny has broken the balls, pocketing this time 2 balls on the break, I believe. Yes, 2 balls on the break, this particular break.
He elected to play a snooker, and once again he didn't. He left a full 1 ball that Jimmy can do whatever he wants with. He tried to go behind the 7 and did. Perfect shot.
Well, he executed that shot perfectly, so
Archer has an off-angle kick. I don't know if he can hit this ball 1 rail. He might have to Z-stroke it.
yeah,
Zigzag.
he has a tough shot here, Danny.
He's angling up so he can massé it and get the angle he needs.
He hit this ball. Whether or not he's gotten the rail, I can't tell.
I don't think it matters. He got a rail, but he left him. He
Doesn't
left him
matter.
snookered. He left him snookered. I didn't see the 7 there. Archer.
Looks like the jump stick's coming out here, Danny.
Here comes the jump stick. Jimmy jumped it, made it. And what happened here?
How valuable and important do you think having a jump stick is and knowing how to execute with it?
It's very valuable, but it's kind of a touchy situation with me. I don't believe in it. I believe jump cues ought to be outlawed. 25 years ago, the rule books had specifications, lengths, short and wait on cue sticks. Now it looks like people can use anything. But anyway, I don't agree with the jump cue.
Okay, well, I have the same feeling about that that you do, but I think that you're treating yourself a little unfairly with that particular way you feel about it.
It doesn't answer your question. It is a plus to have one, but I'm hoping everybody comes to their senses and we get rid of that jump cue. I'm just being stubborn. I refuse to have one, and it's a disadvantage.
It certainly is, and I really think that if you...
Well, Jimmy rushed the shot and missed the 6 by a yard.
Yes, he certainly
and it
did.
was, you know, making the 6 was the whole game. I mean, there was no way to go wrong if he makes the 6, and he just got up, used all kinds of English, and therefore missed the 6 by 6 inches on a fairly easy shot. Now it's a total sellout. Total sellout.
Okay, now, Jimmy, the last 2 opportunities he's had at the table hasn't made good on either one of them. And if you notice, Janny, the last 2 times he's come to the table, he had excellent opportunities. The time before this, he had a very easy safety, which he gave Johnny an out.
Yeah.
Now this time he had the balls in the hole, missed a 6, a very easy shot again,
right.
and he's given Johnny this game.
Yeah.
Now the odds on this match have changed considerably.
Yeah.
Instead of the odds being 6-5 in Fusco's favor, I make it now a 6-1 match in favor of Johnny Archer after these last 2 mistakes.
Yeah, it looks like Jimmy could have put this out of reach, and he just didn't do it.
And with opportunities that there's no excuse for him not to have.
Therefore, it's 6-6 now instead of 8-4 in his favor. Yeah, it's showing a little ring rustiness is showing on Jimmy Fusco. It's like most sports. Practice alone don't get it. You need to be under fire and compete.
Yeah, you have to be tournament tough in order to compete in tournaments.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And you have to be gambling tough in order to gamble. You know, and so it's just relative to what you're doing. You have to be tough.
Exactly. I don't want to confuse anybody out there, but I recommend until you get the fundamentals down, not to gamble and not to compete, because it'll stray you from what you're supposed to be doing. But once you have a game like these professional players have, they need to compete. He tried to play safe and he left Archer the 1, but
it was a very poor safety. I mean,
another poor safety. But this is not a gimme again. He can make the 1 all right, but I don't know if he can get to the 2 real easily.
I would do exactly what he's attempting here. I would just stroke it underneath the 7, go into...
That's what he did and snookered himself.
No, I would have went underneath the 7, into the 7, sliding into the 4 again, taking my chances there to get out of that forest over there he was in.
I'm sure he was trying that, but he hit the 1 way too full. The ball will go nowhere if you hit the object ball full. He missed the kick, and I'm going to quit saying that anybody has an easy layout or anything. In this case, he don't. But
the 4-7 creates a small problem for him here.
Jimmy just
let me ask you something, Danny. Would you draw the 2 into the rail and hit the 4 out since the 3's parked in front of the side there?
Well, from the 4 angle, it would have been a thin cut on the 3, and you'd lose the cue ball. You know, Billy come with a great shot if you're playing real well, but they're not playing real well. He wanted him to.
Hit the rail first, then go into the 4. Not the 4 over, and the 3's in front of the side.
Yeah, the 3 is in front of the side, so you automatically got a shot. But I think the 4 goes by there.
I don't know if it does or not.
I think it does, and he's going to the 5 up the corner.
Barely, yes, it did go by it.
It went. Well, I could see in his face when he shot the 3 that he was playing position for the 4. There's another relay out from here. He should get out.
He's missed this ball.
Yeah. He jumped up again. He took 1 stroke and hit the ball.
You know, he hit that ball with the wrong speed, Danny, and he overcut that ball. That's why he lost the cue ball a little bit. If he would have hit that ball with a little firmer stroke, okay,
Yes, but you didn't
Little
see
fuller.
the stroke. He just got up, pulled the stick back, and shot it. See, when you're struggling out there, experience should get you to take more strokes. You know, that'll get you back in gear. He doesn't know that, apparently. And he just got up and hit 1.5 strokes and shot the ball.
So what in fact he's doing, Danny, is he's literally giving this match away.
Oh, yeah, he's giving away the last 3 games. Now, Archer didn't get great position here because he has to hit the 7 thin at a great distance, and that makes the cue ball fly around. You know, he can do something wrong here.
Yeah. But he has a lot of area here. He'll go up and down the table twice there.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he got good here. Myself, I like to be closer to the balls, but he had no choice there. But he's got no problem here. I mean, I'm sure this time he'll be out.
At least it appears that way. And now all of a sudden the lead looks like it's going to change again, and this time in the favor of Johnny Archer. And after game number 13, Johnny Archer now has the lead at 7 games to 6.
Yeah, this has been a teeter-totter match for sure.
The way the pattern has been, Danny, is one player gets a lead of a game or two, then the other player ties it up and comes back. But it just seems right now that Jimmy Fusco is destined to lose this match, considering how he has relinquished the lead.
Yeah, but Archer's not playing real solid. He may relinquish it back, you know, but I'll tell you what. Well, he's got a thin cut on the 2. I think he's going to shoot at it. If he can make this 2 and fall on the 3, this game should be history. He's definitely shooting it. Yeah, he hit it good. He hit it good.
Okay, now the 4 ball is the ball that he's in perfect line for on the left-hand side of the table. The 6 ball is the ball that's next to the 9. What he wants to do now is just follow down the table about a foot, getting on the slightly the lower portion of the 6 so he can go straight up the table for the 7.
Yeah, he wants the 1 rail angle to the 7.
And achieving it.
It looks like Jimmy has turned Archer loose. Archer may be finally freewheeling here.
He has to be careful here,
No,
Danny.
he's going to bounce. He's going to bounce. Yeah, he had Archer struggling, but I think Archer just took a little heart in the fact that Jimmy didn't get out a few games that he was supposed to, and he's taking advantage of it for sure.
Well, in 4 consecutive games, Jimmy was able to make 5 errors, so it's awful hard to win a match making 5 errors in 4 games. At the end of game number 14 now, Johnny Archer has a 2-game lead at 8 games to 6. Yeah, if Jimmy reviews this tape, he'll, it's very clear that he put himself in this trouble.
And why he did it was the basic fundamentals of the stroke he has messed up on. You know, if he could think of that right now, he may still get in rhythm, be able to pull this match out, but I just think he's kind of in a fog right now. Archer finally didn't make a ball on the break, and Jimmy snookered. So he's pushing out to try to get some kind of safe. Now this may be the 4 rail shot. Shoot the 1 straight on, let it miss the 7, go 4 rails, and go forward with the cue ball. He got away with it. He got away with it. He left him long.
He left him a half of a pocket on the 1, very small pocket.
Yeah,
whether
like
or not he's brave enough to shoot the shot remains to be seen. I don't know what other option he has at this point. Can you see anything?
He's got to try to play safe. I don't think he's going to shoot here. He did. He shot at the half pocket and missed it by another half a pocket and got away with it.
He certainly did.
Snookered him on the 4. I mean, the 4 is right in the way. Jimmy kicks it and makes a hit. Are they going to stop his advantage now?
I believe Jimmy got away with that also.
Yes, he did. The 6 is blocking the pocket.
Temporarily, and looks like he's going to be behind the 9 here,
He's
though.
going to be froze right on the 9. Close enough to it anyway. The closer you get to the guy to the ball you're trying to use for the snooker ball, the less paths the oncoming opponent has to kick at the object ball.
And resulting in the more
In
difficult the
this,
shot
he
becomes.
He doesn't have any natural kick for sure. I mean, if he can figure out what to do here, he's a wizard. I don't know if he can do it. He's going to zigzag at 2 rails, missed it. Yeah, that was very tough.
Too much slide. Doing that, he should have drawn the ball a little bit. I don't even.
Let's explain
that.
If you draw the ball, the cue ball comes off sharper than hitting it high. You can change the angle. There is no such thing as a natural angle. It depends where you hit the cue ball. You hit the cue ball low into the cushion, it will come off sharper. If you hit it high, it'll go longer. And you can use this to kick on different shots.
Exactly right. To create an angle when there's none there.
Right.
Now I don't think I have any angle because there's Pat Fleming's in my way.
Well, Archer again got out of line on the 3, and he's got to hit rails again. If he gets straight in on the 3, it would have been easy from the 3 to the 4 to the 5. But he hit rails, and now he's got a funny angle again. He's got to do something tough again. And the way they're playing, I don't think either one of them can do anything extra right now. This is tough. This is tough. He's going to draw at 1 rail and try to shoot the 5 in the same pocket he's shooting the 4.
He's going to get away with it.
He billiarded the 5 and got perfect. Yeah, he got perfect angle to get to the 6. Yeah, it looks like Archer got a little loose now. This game should definitely be over. 6 in the side, 7 in the corner, 8 in the other corner, and 9 in the side. Yeah, he's not going to have any trouble here.
Well, I consider young Johnny Archer extremely fortunate to have drawn Jimmy Fusco for this particular match on the winner's side.
Yeah,
and I know when we interview young Johnny Archer, he's going to probably share them same thoughts. At the end of game number 15, Danny, Archer now leads in the match at 9 games to 6.
Yeah, he's lost 5 in a row now, Jimmy Fusco has. And he gave away the first 3 of those 5. And now it looks like Johnny Archer is in gear. He is playing with confidence now. The early match jitters are over for him, it looks.
I think it was more to it than that. I think he had more than early match jitters. I didn't think Johnny Archer came into this match with a frame of mind to win. But it looked like that Jimmy Fusco refused to allow him to defeat himself and give him the match.
Exactly. Now he made a ball, but he's scratching the side with the cue ball, and Jimmy has a spot shot, but it's tough control to get to the next ball.
The 2 balls located on the right-hand rail are the 7 and 9 frozen together, or appears to be close together.
He's shooting the ball, and he's going to hope the 2 stops right for him. Or the cue ball stops right. He fired it right in 1 stroke and got froze on the 2. I don't think the 2 goes anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like he's late on the ball awkwardly. I don't know if it goes in or not. It doesn't appear to.
Go. And the safe's not real easy. We have a little rule debate on another table. Bobby Williams is trying to stop Danny Jones from pushing out after the break towards the ball. I thought that as long as you don't hit the object ball, it's allowed. I think you can push at your object ball, but I don't think you can hit it on a push.
Well, what happens if you hit the ball and you say push out? No, now what happens?
If you don't hit a rail, the guy's going to get ball in hand. You can only lose with that shot because the other guy can, you know, he can shoot off of the ball. But if you shoot at it,
let's clarify this. If you say push out and you shoot and hit the one and the one doesn't hit a rail, you're saying that's a
ball
foul?
in hand. That's
Why?
exactly
Why is it
right.
a foul?
Because that's the rules we decided on.
Oh, I didn't know you decided on that.
Yeah, we decided on you can't push out and hit the ball you're shooting at, and if you don't hit a rail, it is ball in hand for your opponent.
Well, see, I didn't know that was a rule, and I would, in fact, would have done the same thing Danny Jones did. You know, if it would have came down to that. So therefore, by not knowing the rule, it would have cost me a foul. But it certainly wouldn't appear to me that it should be a foul.
It's not a foul. He pushed towards the ball, but he didn't hit it. So it's a push. Well, anyway, back to this match. Jimmy Fusco has a combination here, and if he can fall on the balls, he's got an easy 7-9 combination, and this game can get close again.
Well, it looks like that Jimmy Fusco isn't entirely dead, Danny, at the end of game number 16.
9-7 with him breaking. He's not out
He trails
of
the
it.
match 9-7.
He's not out of it. He just has to get solid a couple games. I got a play. I'm starving.
Okay, Jimmy Fusco broke the balls in the 17th game, Danny. I don't believe he's made a ball on the break. And Johnny Archer pushed out, leaving Jimmy across corner bank on the 1 with a built-in safety on the 2. So I don't think there's any decision on Jimmy's part. He should bank the 1 cross corner. And in doing so, he might even gain position on the 2. And if he misses the 1, he might even hook Johnny on the 2. So therefore, that's the reason I don't believe there's much of a decision here.
Well, Jimmy sure has no big problem here. It's just a matter of does he want to play safe off the 1 or make the 1 and then play safe off the 2. He's playing safe off the 1. Good shot, too. He's got him.
He played the shot a little differently than I seen it. Possibly,
Great shot.
I couldn't see the angle that he seen.
Both shots have merit, but meanwhile, this one's so successful that this was the right choice.
Especially for the man at the table.
See, in the present rules we have, you don't always try to make a ball to get position to make the next ball. You play position sometimes to play a safe. And that's what Billy Incardona thought Jimmy might do, but instead he elected to play safe off the 1. And it's a great one, too. But Archer got his little stick, and he's going to jump over it. And people in the stands better be careful. Oh, he kept it on the table and sold out. But the 2's not sitting easy. The 1 is, but I think I just try my darndest to get position for the 2 in that far corner where Jimmy Fusco's standing right now. It goes by.
Yeah, all he's got to do is just come on down to the end rail with the cue ball and then come off the rail about another
towards the 9 ball.
2 or 3 inches. Draw back
That's
for the
what he
3.
did.
And it looks like he hit it very well, Danny.
Oh, yes, he's got a chance to get out here. Makes the 2. I don't see what can stop him.
And he's all of a sudden, there's a lot of life in this match again.
Yep.
Well, Jimmy is a competitor, no question about it. He's been playing for probably 30 years.
Yes, he has.
And he's played all the best players in the world, and by the way, he has done extremely well against those players.
Well, Jimmy has been rated more of a money player than a tournament player anyway. And a few people are that way. You know, they can take the pressure of money much more than they can the pressure of a tournament. Jimmy's one of those, I believe. But at any rate, he looks like he got a little life here, and he should get out, which would make the game 9-8. He just has to fall the right angle on the 8, which he did. See, when you get the right angle on the 8, you fall on the right side of the ball, and then you just have to pocket the ball, and it automatically goes to the next ball.
Well, this looks like the end of game 17, Danny. And Jimmy now only trails in the match 9-8 in breaking the balls. It's very interesting now, Danny. There's a possible 21 games in a match. This is game number 18. The score is 9-8.
And Jimmy's breaking.
This is what the spectators like to see. They like to see close games at the end of the matches.
Yeah, and they like to see torture, too.
Torture, yeah.
And
they like to see other people suffer, you know.
Yeah, when they get close, then both players might get colorful, and the people love that. And every shot becomes more important, too.
Jimmy broke the balls with
he hit him good.
Much more determination that time, which is an indication that he's more into the game now. He's pocketed a ball on the break. I don't believe he has a shot on the 1.
No, this is a bad roll, because if he could see the 1, he'd have a chance to get out here, because the 1 to the 2 are automatic. Now he's got to do some kind of a push move that would allow him to play a safe, but on the same token, whatever push he makes for that purpose, his opponent can play the safe. So
yeah, he definitely is in a very, very unfavorable position.
It becomes like chess. You have to try to do something that maybe your opponent won't think about doing, you know. I would just push out angle to kick into the rail.
Unless he chooses to kick now.
No, I don't think he. Well, he might. This might be better than the push, because if you push, your opponent's going to have a good chance to get you. He's gonna kick into the rail. I think it's not a bad decision too.
Yeah, you really can't push here and leave your opponent a chance to hook you, and a good chance to hook you.
The way the balls are sitting, any push is automatic safe. It looks that way anyway. He's pushing.
Looks like he's trying to pocket the 4 or something, or tie up some balls. What's he trying to do here?
Let me see what he
pocketed
did
the 4.
Yeah, what he did was make the 3 ball a little more difficult. He took away a few of the pockets that the 3 goes into in case he gets snookered and Archer gets ball in hand. 3 can stop him.
So he definitely was thinking at that time. There was merit to what exactly he did. Now, Johnny really got away with that. That was just too close right there. He should have never been in that area.
Yeah, he cut the 1 at a path that was going right towards the pocket, you know, and it stopped right in the pocket. Jimmy looks like he's kicking 1 rail at the 1. Maybe he'll get fortunate. He missed it all. Bad time for a miss. But anyway, now the move of making the 4 and putting it on the spot might save him, because the 3 doesn't go in a great many pockets.
That's exactly right. Johnny Archer does have the advantage of putting the cue ball anywhere he wants to gain position on the 2 to get to the 3. Whether or not Jimmy's little strategy of pocketing the 4 is going to help him remains to be seen.
There's no bargain.
No, he didn't get very well on this ball, very good on this ball at all.
He didn't. He was going to try to get the 3 in this far right-hand pocket. He hit it good. He hit it good.
Well, he certainly flirted with danger, but he was almost forced to do that if he had run out in his mind. Okay, the balls are located now in a position where Johnny should be able to deal with them fairly easy. And I really don't want to predicted he's going to run out here. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been letting us down so often.
But really, Archer's last few innings, he hasn't been stumbling. So I think opportunities he's going to get out with. Yeah, he's getting up and shooting the balls like he owns them.
Well, he seems to have gotten a little out of line here, Danny.
No, he's fine.
He's going to take a little.
He's fine. Just draw the ball back a little and shoot the 9 in the corner.
Well,
Of course, I'd rather be closer than this. I'd rather be closer than this.
it's
I
9-8.
had a shot like this last night that skidded, and that means the cue ball and the object ball stick together at contact just a split second longer, and instead of letting go and going to the pocket, they throw. So, but his stroke, he'll probably hit it firm.
Yeah, and the firmer you hit it, the less likely it'll skid.
Yeah, he
he
hit it
pockets the
firm.
ball.
Yeah.
Game number 18 does come to an end. Johnny Archer now leads in the match at 10 games to 8. This will be the last opportunity Johnny Archer will have in this particular match to break the balls. He knows that he'll make good of it, or at least he'll try to make good of it. Okay, here we go. This could be possibly the end for Jim Fusco for this
Made
particular
the 8
match.
ball in the side, and
And maybe the cue ball
no,
in
he
the
didn't,
corner.
but it doesn't matter where it stopped. He has
Just
a
in time.
tough long shot on the 1, but I don't know. I don't think he has an angle to pocket it and fall on the 2. He has obstructions in the path of the cue ball if he pockets the 1. I don't think he can fall on the 2 very easily. He might be going to play safe here. That's what he tried to do. Jimmy made a good shot.
Made an excellent shot there.
Jimmy has him snookered, and it's
Very
a tough
good,
hit.
very
'cause,
good.
The natural angle paths to go at the 1 aren't there, so he might do one of those shots we were talking about. He might have to draw the ball to get it shorter. He
Right.
did. He did. He
Watch the cue ball here.
did. He made a good shot and got rewarded. He left nothing.
Yeah, but he pocketed, the ball.
so he
He
left
pocketed the
himself
ball.
nothing.
Yeah, he got unrewarded.
Yeah, he got lucky.
Yeah.
But he does have a pretty good hit.
He got lucky.
I think that explains the situation perfectly. He got lucky to make a ball and unlucky not to have a shot. But really, the rest of the game will tell if he got lucky or not. Yeah, he wanted to go down swinging. You know, when you get to 10 for some reason, you get a chance to shoot the ball in and win the game. You'll do something you wouldn't have done earlier in the match. But he got away with it. He missed the
He
one.
certainly did. It doesn't appear that Jimmy has any type of a shot here. I mean, any type of a shot.
No, I think I'd bank the 1 towards the 5 and try to get him with the 3. He has a little bit of an angle to do that.
Yeah, I think
No, he's
that
not.
he's trying to cut it in, which I don't think I would do. I definitely like your shot opposed to this, that's for sure. I don't see very many options that he does have.
If
He
you
seems
put
to-
a little bit of left-hand English on the cue ball, it will get the 1 to bank more out to the center of the table.
clearing the
'cause
floor.
It'll put right-hand English on the 1. I don't know what he looks like he's trying to cut it in or something. He did. He tried to spin it in, and I think he wants to go to his room and forget it. Yeah, I don't think that was a good percentage shot with the guy on the hill. Yeah.
No, he obviously didn't see your shot, or if he did, he didn't like it. But I feel that he had a little angle, and I think he could have executed the shot you suggested.
Well, it went a little too far, but he does have a cut at it. He has a kind of a big pocket over there. The 7 is just in the right place where if you overcut the 3, you can make it off the 7. I think he's got a pretty good shot. He just got to control the cue ball to the 4 ball. He's going to try to go 3 rails around the 4 and shoot the 4, maybe in this corner pocket. No, he didn't. He made the ball. And I think he has a little shot in the side. Yeah, he has a shot in the side where he's automatically going to the 5.
How about a Snickers then? I mean, come on.
Huh?
I can't afford to take.
Well, he got in the 50-yard line now. He shot the 4 in the side. I would have just shot the 4 in the side and rolled at the 9 because the 9 would keep you in line with the 5. Plus, you might have made the 9 even.
Well,
now
no.
he's got in the 50-yard line, but
Well,
he might be able to play a light billiard. And
It
then
all depends on where the 7. If the 7 is frozen, the billiard becomes much more difficult, or the combination, whatever he chooses.
he's playing a combination. No, the billiard. If he shoots it soft, the 5 will hold for this right-hand corner pocket. And it should be...
Well, he looks like he's fairly straight in here, Danny.
Yeah, the balls know when the guy's on the hill for sure. I mean, if he gets any angle at all on this 5, this match is history. But if he's straight in, he's going to wind up on the cushion and a tough shot on the 6. You know, he would love to be like 2 inches off the rail here and the game's over and the match. But now he has to do a little something with the 5.
And if he can't do a little something with the 5, then the only thing he can do is just accept a long shot on the 6, but make sure that he has a slight angle to get to the 9 if he has to do that. And the right angle would be to roll past the stick
He's
slightly.
jacking up a little bit, and he's going to try to hit it firm and stick the ball. If he sticks the ball, he'll have a good shot.
He's not sticking anything
No,
here.
he forced forward. He's got a decent shot. It's a game winner anyway. You know, he don't have to do anything but make the 6 here. He
Okay.
makes the 6, it's over with.
Yeah, if he pockets the 6 ball here, Danny, this match will be over.
Yeah. And he didn't make it. He's going to struggle right to the end.
Wins 11 games to 9.
Jimmy, it looks like he appears to have gotten out of line. Unfortunately, the ball hit the point on the side pocket,
Yes,
or he
did.
would have.
If it didn't hit the point, he would have been much further down and had no shot. Now we got a match again.
Okay, at the end of game number 19, the score now is Johnny Archer 10 and Jimmy Fusco 9.
Oh, he blows this match. Archer will be thinking of that 6 ball for a while. Made the 1 and made the cue ball on the side.
And that wasn't the time to scratch on the break.
And he made a ball, though. So there's going to be 2 balls on the spot, and it's not a sellout, I believe.
I don't believe
No,
he
he
made
didn't
a
make a ball. He didn't make a ball. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say this match could be over if he makes the 1 because he hasn't got out from some easy positions here. He missed the spot shot.
Did you notice if he jumped up in the air when he missed it?
Well, this could be a real cliffhanger here. Jimmy gets out.
I don't like the shot the Jimmy shot there. I don't like particularly care for the angle he played on the two.
Well, only because it's too thin, and he might lose Whitey. But now I like it. He should get out here.
I don't know.
I've been saying that all night, but I mean, he should get out here. I mean, this is a great opportunity. There's nothing really tough here, except where he got on the 5. If he falls on the 5, it's over. But he got funny again. He's got a shot. He got not only a tough shot, but tough position if he makes it.
You know, he's going to have to try to pocket the 5, and if he has to run into the 6, run into the 6 and take his chances. But most importantly, he has to concentrate on the pocketing of the 5. You know, if you go to pocket the 5, you're going to run into the 6. Don't try to decide what part of the 6 you want to run into. Just make sure you put all your concentration into pocketing the 5.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you make the 5 and don't get position, you're at least at the table yet. You still have the dice in your hand. He made both of them.
He made both of them, so we got rewarded for it.
Oh, we got a match now. Let's cut the 7 in softly and shoot the 8 in this corner where he is right now. Let me see.
It looks perfect. It looks perfect to me, Danny.
Oh, yeah. Well, not perfect, but he's fine.
If Jimmy Fusco wins this game, the match will be tied up at 10 games apiece.
He's going to win this game.
10 games apiece, and certainly this match does certainly have the heartbeat that all the fans are waiting for. Okay, it's 10 games apiece. Jimmy Fusco is breaking the balls. This match has been going back and forth the entire length of the match, back and forth.
This is a teeter-totter match, and it's perfect for the fans because both players are going to suffer now. I know Archer's thinking about that 6 ball he missed a little while ago.
Now, most importantly, Danny, I want to put the emphasis on the break here because most importantly, he must control the cue ball on the break. He can't afford to scratch on the break again or jump the table.
Well, the opponent here right now thinks the 9's going on the break, and the guy who's breaking thinks he's going to scratch and sell out.
Well, the guy in the chair almost was right.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy in the chair. Yeah. Well, if Jimmy makes this combination 1-8.
What's your prediction here? What's your prediction?
I predict that Jimmy makes the combination 1-8 and then falls on the 2-9 and.
No ifs, no ifs. What's your prediction?
I say he's going to do it.
Okay, let's find out.
I say he's going to do it. I mean, after Archer missed that 6, this is all free to Jimmy Fusco, so I'm sure he's going to hit it solid. He makes the 8. I don't see how he can go wrong. I don't see how he's going to go wrong because he's going to run into the 6, I believe, 1 rail. And even if he don't,
but he can't be tentative here. He must be. He must stroke the ball.
He's waiting too long. He's waiting too long.
He must stroke the ball. He can't be afraid of the shot.
Get up and shoot it and win the game. You know, you found the match right here anyway.
It's good drama, though, Danny. You have to admit, you know, the suspense is building.
It's very exciting finish.
The suspense is building. You know, the intensity of the match at this stage is at its highest level.
He's waiting too long. I mean, he's going to put heat on himself. He should just get up and shoot it. It's the game winner and the match winner.
Yeah. I mean, all eyes are on the table right now, Danny. No question about it. The feature match 10-10. You can't ask for anything more than this.
He's playing safe. He's trying to snooker him behind the 8.
No, he didn't elect to do this. No, he malfunctioned, Danny, for sure.
He
didn't-
malfunctioned. I mean, man, I'd love to have a shot at the money at that point.
That's something that I hated to see him make a decision like that.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen now.
I mean, you know, he came from our generation, made a decision like that. That's certainly not worthy of.
Yeah, he's from your home state too. You suffered with him a while, I think. I think you roomed with him at a couple of tournaments. Didn't he one time take all the money while you were sleeping and blow it in a game? Or did he do it twice?
He did it about 20 times.
Yeah.
At least that's
But
I
you
told the
love him
story about
anyway.
20. Yeah, I love him like a brother,
Oh, he used terrible judgment there.
especially being an Italian and you know how that is.
Oh, are you Italian, Billy Incardona? I didn't know that.
In the meantime, this is the money for young Johnny Archer. He elected to play the billiard. He didn't pocket it. Does Jimmy have a shot? He doesn't deserve one. Well, if he doesn't have a shot, he's got to pocket the 9 here. He must pocket the 9 here and say, listen, I got to take my chances. I can't. Let me ask you
He
something.
can hit the 1. I don't think it goes, but he can hit the 1. I'll tell you what, I'd cut the 1 and go right at the 9.
I don't believe he can hit the 1.
Oh, he can definitely hit the 1.
I don't believe he can hit the 1.
Oh, he can hit the 1.
He cannot hit the 1.
He can fan the 1.
He
can fan the
cannot
right
hit the
side of
1.
the 1.
He can. Well,
Yes.
I have terrible eyes, but it doesn't appear from this angle he can hit the 1. He's looking to come from behind it. He's looking at the billiard. Look at
Joe Kerr's got me snookered now.
Joe
and the rest
Kerr's
of the
got 10
audience,
people
too.
snookered. I mean, he's got. He's looking to come behind the 1 going off the 8 into the 9. I mean, so that's really a desperado shot.
I don't know. I think he can cut the 1.
Yeah, he's looking to go behind the 1, hoping the 1 goes off the 8 into the 9 and scratching at the same time. I mean, that's what he's looking to do.
He can hit the 1, boys.
Now, this is suspense at its highest. I mean, I've never seen a match with more suspense.
I knew he could hit the 1.
But look at the 7. With the 7 rested against the 9, figuring anything that touched the 9 the 9 would go.
You want to know what? Now he has a 1 pocket shot here. He can kick into the 1 and bank the 1 right at the 7-9.
Well, this is the epitome of suffering right here. I mean, this is really suffering at its highest level too. I believe if everyone would keep their comments to themselves, the players might listen to one of you people out there, and you know.
This game has become like a game show. Everybody's trying to tell everybody what to do. He's going to try to make both balls. He didn't.
Well, he didn't make both balls. Now the pressure's really on. He didn't make both balls. Now, hey, I figured to get out here. You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't. The pressure's on.
It's a pretty easy layout.
It is.
There is no easy layout at 10-10.
Do you come between the 3 and 4 here? No, you go.
No, you go one rail towards the 7.
Shoot the 2. That's exactly right. No, he's gotten on the wrong side of the ball here.
This very exciting match. Very exciting match.
Well, if he squeezes past the 4 here, Danny, I predict he'll win this match. Oh.
He's good here.
Oh, he's good, but you know he's got.
Oh, he's perfect. He don't have any. He can kill this. He can shoot the 3 in the corner and kill the ball and shoot the 4 towards the 7.
Well, yeah, but what's going to happen if he shoots the 4 towards the 7? He might go into the 7, and the 7 might go in the 4. You know, the 4 might rebound off the 7 into the center of the rail.
No, he can make the 7. You know, shoot the 4 into the 7, make the 7, and leave the 4 there, and then play position from there.
Well, every other ball, something unlikely happens there.
Yeah, he went.
And there again, he chose the shot that neither one of us would have chosen.
Yeah, he's all right. He's got a perfect angle to go from the 4 to the 6 naturally.
Okay, this seems to me that this is game ball right here. Well, it should be at least. The 4 to the 6. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Again, flirting with danger.
Jimmy,
I mean, you ever see anything like this?
Yeah, he loves to live exciting.
This is really,
you know that.
Johnny Archer's really getting a full suffer over there. I mean, you just. I mean,
yeah.
I've never seen anything like this.
Jimmy likes.
This has gone to the end here. Gone to the end. Okay, now this is Jimmy's last opportunity not to get out here, it looks like. Right? Right?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. If he don't get out here, he's not getting another chance, but I think he's going to get out here. Once again, he's looking too long at this. Get up and shoot him, knock him in, win the match.
I mean, he might, rail first might be the right shot here.
No, he can cut it and go one rail straight up.
Okay, he's done that. Watch the cue ball. This is his last chance not to get out.
Oh,
this is his last chance not to get out. No, he's played position for the other corner. I never thought of that.
Perfect.
You ever think of that?
Nope. No, I would have been a sucker. I would have played for the 8 in that corner pocket where it's almost hanging. But once again, at 10-10, no layout is easy. I mean, it's very easy from up here in the booth, but this was not an easy
Well, maybe
layout.
he has a better angle to get on the 9 this way. Well, he's short. This is it. This is what it's come down to.
Line.
This is what it's come down to.
He felt bad.
We'll see the end of this match shortly, providing he doesn't faint here before he shoots. Okay, he's gotten up. He's trying to regain some of the composure.
He's got to be careful he don't scratch 2 rails
No,
somewhere.
he's not going to hit it that hard.
He isn't?
No. He's missed it. Oh, my, this is... Well, what do you predict here? What do you predict here?
I think they ought to flip a coin for this one.
You think they should play it over?
Flip a coin. This is unbelievable. Really unbelievable.
Well, as far as it being a well-played match, it certainly wasn't, but the excitement, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more exciting than this. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was a double stumble. It's not over yet. They're liable to get 2-3 more shots each here.
This is certainly an inspiration for the people out there that want to get in tournaments or are afraid to show their skills.
Yeah, if you can see
their
top
lack of
players,
skills.
believe me, these are top players. If they can play this bad, an amateur has a chance.
No, he refused to do it. Now, hold it a second. Now
Archer missed the ball, and he left it tough.
Now another tough shot. This is truly suffering at his highest level. No question about that.
Well, I want to tell you something.
A question about this. You know, if I was him, I'd just close my eyes and shoot it.
I think he's been closing his eyes all night. I think, well, Jimmy's a great banker. He's a great banker. I think he's liable to bank this because if you cut this in, he might scratch cross-side. I think he's going to bank this. Being a great banker and a one-pocket player, I think he'll make this one rail.
I believe he's made it, and I believe we have a winner in this match. Jim Fusco, 11-10. What a finish to this extremely exciting match. Jim Fusco eventually wins the match 11-10. I don't know how to put this in words. I don't exactly know what kind of words to use here at the end, though. How would you describe this match?
It was an exciting match that went back and forth. One guy stumbled, the other one got in gear, and the other one got in gear, and the other one stumbled. And in the end, they both had a few shots to get out, and they didn't. And I don't know. Archer probably would love to have that 6 ball that he missed when he was leading 10-8 because that would have been the match. It was very exciting. The people loved it.
Yeah, it certainly was a crowd-pleasing match, to say the least. It was certainly a crowd-pleasing match. I don't know if we have time to interview Jim Fusco. They're looking to start the next match here, and between Buddy Hall and Mark Mario. But I don't even know Jimmy Fusco's aware that he is supposed to come up here or not. I think he's really...
Well, should we interview the players or should we interview one of the fans? Wait.
Danny, you're really a card. You come up with some of the most unexpected things. Pat? Yeah, I believe Jim Fusco is going to make it up here. I mean, now we're gonna have an opportunity for him to explain to us what type of fear he was experiencing out there.
Great match, Jim.
Great match, Jimmy. And on behalf of Danny and myself, we would like to congratulate you on this match. Can you tell me what type of fear you were experiencing out there at the end of that match?
I'm nervous, naturally nervous right now, and every time I play, I get more and more nervous. I never was nervous before.
But you
I got
also,
a lot of other problems that I'm just nervous naturally now.
But you also haven't been playing in tournaments,
No,
and that
not
you
used to
need the
it.
fire experience.
Right.
Right.
It's almost like starting all over again.
In other words, the point that Danny brought up of you're rusty, is it important to be tournament tough?
Oh, very important. I need about 4 or 5 more tournaments just to get into it where I'm starting to get used to playing in front of people again, and just the tournament atmosphere, and that I'm not used to anymore. I'm not used to none of that anymore.
Well, maybe you can get going here because that's like a strike on the Brooklyn side in bowling. It counts, you know, and you won the match. So you're still on the winner's side. You might get some rest and freewheel your next match because it's new life.
Right, exactly.
Well, you're still on the winner's side, right? Now, your next match is even more crucial to you on the winner's side. Do you think you'll show up for the next match?
I think after that match, no matter what happens from here, I don't care.
Well, that's a good way of looking at it. Anyways, congratulations on winning this match, and I really wish you the best of luck in your next match, Jimmy. Well, Danny, it was an extremely eventful match. A lot of unsuspected things happened in that match.
It was a fun match because it had a lot of variables and a lot of suffering, a lot of bad playing, a lot of dogging it. It had everything.
Yeah, and the fans really got their minds worked out of it. Danny, it's been a pleasure once again doing the match with you.
Always a pleasure with you, Billy. Always. We're going to do some more, I know.
Okay, now we have to get the new tape in for the next match. For all you viewers out there, I'm sure you really enjoyed that match, and we'll be doing a match now with Buddy Hall and Mark Murray. Okay, Rick, you can take it from here.